Now that both sides of the aisle are set ahead of the presidential election, the race to the White House is heating up. Here's a live look at the airport in Eau Claire. The Harris-Walz campaign making a stop there before heading off to Michigan. On the other side of the aisle, J.D. Vance, the running mate for Donald Trump, is also making a campaign stop there in Eau Claire. This after Governor Walz made his first appearance in Philadelphia as the VP pick of Kamala Harris.
Since the day that I announced my candidacy, I set out to find a partner who can help build this brighter future. I'm here today because I found such a leader.
The stop is the first of many more to come as the push for battleground states in particular in their short race for the White House. And they are stopping in 7 different states ahead of the election.
So let's head back to Wisconsin, Eau Claire, Wisconsin this morning to see what's planned for today for both parties, both camps and campaigns. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. Yeah, this is really turning out to be a whirlwind campaign stop. Just hours after learning that Governor Walz had been tapped as the vice presidential nominee, he and his family were off to Philadelphia. They hit the ground running. In fact, in his first comments after being named Harris's number 2, Governor Walz wasting no time going after Donald Trump's record as president.
He froze in the face of the COVID crisis. He drove our economy into the ground. And make no mistake, violent crime was up under Donald Trump. That's not even counting the crimes he committed.
I think it's interesting, actually. They make an interesting tag team because, of course, Tim Walz allowed rioters to burn down Minneapolis in the summer of 2020. It is more instructive for what it says about Kamala Harris, that she doesn't care about the border, she doesn't care about crime.
Yeah, that's Republican Vice President nominee. That's J.D. Vance. He was also quick to jump into attack mode against his opponent. He'll also be in Eau Claire today as the Trump campaign tries to win over supporters in the key battleground state. Meanwhile, Wisconsin voters we talked to, they have mixed reactions about Governor Walz being added to the Harris ticket.
We were talking about it this morning that, yeah, they were thrilled to have someone local, someone we kind of trust, even though half the country doesn't know about him.
Personally, I think it's the best choice she could have made.
I hope somebody comes to their senses and realize it's not a good pick, but if we learn about all of his history, that will probably have an influence on people's minds.
Now, this is only the beginning of a 5-day campaign blitz that will take the Democratic ticket to other key battleground states, including Michigan, Nevada, and Georgia. Now, we knew last week that the Harris campaign would be making this stop here in western Wisconsin, but we did not know who at the time the running mate would be. The reality is, neither did Harris. But since Governor Walz became her pick, the campaign says they have already raised $20 million alone in the last 24 hours in just grassroots donations. Back to you.
And we know Wisconsin will play big come November. Bill Keller for us there in Eau Claire. Thanks so much. Of course, stay with Fox 9 for continuing coverage of those 2 events today.